creaky chair beginning, possibly. Huh. Maybe they're doing the Windurst missions too? Oh, it doesn't look like it. I don't know why they came to Kazam then. Are they following me? Okay, so we gotta talk to... We're on the trail of more missions. We've gotta talk to Romamigo, who's at H11, it says. Migo's residence. Romamigo. She's wearing a vermilion cloak. Rukususu. She said she was looking for a certain Iru Kiru, banished the Temple of Ugalapi years ago. If you find Rukususu, that's where you should start searching. Okay. Don't know how we're supposed to know to talk to Romamigo outside this guide, but whatever. Now it says we have to go to Temple of Ugalapi for a cursed key. We've got to kill a Tomberry notorious monster called Bonds Marberry. And so I guess we'll do that. I don't know the best way to get to whatever entrance that's behind, or I have no idea what level that's supposed to be. It just says the third map. Located on J9 on the third map. But I'm not sure. Like, of all the places to not give me directions, this is probably the worst one. Like, what the fuck, BG Wiki? What's map 3 according to you? Because if it's the same one as the survival guide, that would be nice. Map 3. It is not the same one as the survival guide. Let's see. This is map 1. Okay, we have to go through the hidden room or whatever. So this will be fine, I guess. It's kind of funny sometimes when people talk about games from the early 2000s, like Final Fantasy XI and like Elder Scrolls 3 and stuff. They'll say things like, "Oh yeah, you know, you didn't have any voiced cutscenes, and so you had to read, and then you didn't have any quest markers, so you had to figure shit out on your own, and pay attention, and remember, and write stuff down." And like sometimes that's charming, and sometimes I love that, and other times like I've gotten too used to modern conveniences of having quest markers and stuff, and like even back then, most people didn't give a fuck. They were like, nah, I'm just going to look up the guide and no-brain this. I'm going to go objective to objective to get this out of the way because it isn't what I want to do. I just feel compelled to do it. And that's pretty much how I feel about the Windurst missions. Like, I'm not... You know, it's not like a total shit fest, right? It's not a total shit bag. It's just... It's not what I want to do. You know, I feel like I have to. I feel like I should. Rama. Easy prey, huh? Well, if this stuff is easy prey, then it could probably aggro us, so let's jig up. Although that Taroma didn't seem to aggro us, so... Huh. I always kind of like the Temple of Ugalapi. Like, I don't like traversing it because I don't know it very well inside and out. But like, I don't know. I like the jungle areas, even though they're maps and like they're confusing, like to get around. Like, I like these areas. old and cool, and Tonberries are dangerous. Yeah, back in the day, people definitely did not. They did not appreciate having to look at online guides to go places. That much is something I know for sure. So, map 3, right? This is map 3? We're on map 3. Okay, so where is he on map 3? Kill Bonds Marbury. He's located on at J9 on map 3. So J9. So basically, we go east and then south. Okay, cool beans. Let's get our trust out. This is the higher level part of this place. Although I gotta say, I'm glad I'm doing the Windurst missions to get a little bit more lore on some of my trusts. Like Apururu. I couldn't remember who she was. I was just like, I love her as a trust, but I don't remember who she actually is as a character. And now that I do, now that I know she's Ajido-Marujido's sister, and that she's also like one of the leaders of the monastery that makes the Cardians, you know, that gives her so much more flavor. So much more flavor. Do we gotta kill that to get in the room we're trying to get to? If so, I don't think it'll be a problem, but... Okay, Bonds Marbury, there he is. Small and unsuspecting. Okay, he can use everyone's Rancor. He's a notorious monster, so you gotta be kind of careful. And apparently he's a black mage. And now he's a dead black mage. And there's the cursed key that we need. Alright, so we got the cursed key. Trade your cursed key, the granite door at J6 on the same map for a cutscene. You receive the key item that you need. So J6 is up north, so now we just gotta double back after we get done killing these things. That Valianol has, of course, aggroed. Let's just do decimation. Works for me. You're not a notorious monster, right? Right, okay. Interesting to see. The magic pots, for whatever reason, they don't look out of place, but the doll, that big doll, that Iron Maiden, it looks out of place. Even though there's several of those around here that are usually notorious monsters. I don't know, it just looks kind of out of place. Also, think about how much lore we know because we've been doing the story and paying attention. Like, we know that every Tonberry in here is actually, you know, used to be a Kulu or whatever. We know that these contraptions around here, like the pots and the dolls, we know that they're here because the Kulu were actually all once Zillart that lost their Whisper of the Soul or whatever. So, like, I don't know, it's just, like, I like knowing about the world. Ah, really? Okay, Temple B. You've chosen poorly. Anywho. Apparently you're a French bitch. Aren't you the adventurers that helped with that Feyen talisman affair? You were looking for moi? And why may that be? I don't think I can do an accent and make my voice softer. I see. Lippy Happy is a worry word. He worries that I shall share the same fate as poor Yurukiru. Yurukiru was chasing after the truth behind the legend of Windurst. He wanted to know how Windurst came to be and who led our Tarotaro ancestors to our current home. The members of the Rhinostery, however, were not happy with his research. They are happy believing that our ancestors were guided by a wondrous star, the same stars that washes over us. But Irukiru must have discovered something on his sojourn to the Northlands. It was enough to make him leave the Rhinostery and find his way here. And this is where Irukiru met his demise. The things that Kerutoto saw in her meditations, it may have been Irukiru's way of calling me here to show me the truth. To let me know that... Hey look, it's Graviton. Children of Windurst, thou hast journeyed far. I'm disappointed that they don't have her theme playing. The very same children we led to the land of promise so many years ago. Who are you? I am Graviton Barisachi. I am what hath become of the Kulu. The Kulu? One of the two ancient races mentioned in Irukiru's works? The Kulu and the Zilhart? That one of these ancients has survived here until present day. Tell me, are the Kulu a race of immortals? No, we are not. I am no longer part of this world. What lingers here are merely in my thoughts and memories. Star Sybil, dost thou not remember? The long distant past when I still breathed, when we Kulu led thy people to the land of the moon. Is that truth not handed down through the generations? Surely thou hast not lost the power of the Horototo given to the first Star Sybil. What do you mean? The Kulu built the Horototo? I can't even begin to understand it, but if it's these towers of the Horototo ruins you are referring to, they ceased to function 20 years ago. This cannot be. If that thou sayest be true, the great beast of the moon will be unleashed upon the land. Those towers were built to convert the moonlight that bathed the land into energy. If the towers no longer function, the moonlight's power will take the shape of a great roaming fiend. Is the Diza star given to the first Star Sybil yet within thy possession? I'm afraid you are not mistaken. I am not the Star Sybil. I am the minister of the Rhinostery, one of the 5 ministries that serve her holiness. Thou art not the Star Sybil? Then why dost thine attendant carry her tome? I can sense its aura surrounding him. That book was written by the first Star Sybil using the power of the moon. I see, the tome lost its power when the towers fell into ruin. Well, I should not be overly surprised, as it hath been several thousand years. However, my little ones, I cannot bear to see thee so distressed. As we guided thine ancestors to the land of the moon many years ago, I will now guide thee in this matter. I will use my power to return magic to the tome. My strength pales in comparison to that of the moon, however. The contents of the book will soon fade, but I pray that this act may be of some small assistance. Oh, she hit us with a mana font animation. How about that? Calm Wind, you're awake. The Kulu Elder vanished in that burst of light. If what she said is true, we have learned some amazing historical facts here today. It proves the theory put forth by Irukiru. Take that tome directly to Windurst and show it to Minister Ajido-Marujido of the Orestery. He would be the only person capable of reading it. Hey, but isn't he in prison? Huh. Well, I didn't remember that we talked to Graviton. I didn't remember this at all. So, this is kind of a pleasant surprise. I guess if you did this mission set before you did Rise of the Zillert, that would be the first time you'd meet Graviton. It also makes me wonder if this mission set existed before Rise of the Zillert came out, and that if back in the day you were doing this in like a full party at level 60 or something. Like if you were Japanese, because like I said, by the time Final Fantasy XI came to North America and other places in the world, Japan had already been playing the game for a full year, and the level cap was 65 or something thereabouts. And so if you played Final Fantasy XI before that, you did it on a Japanese client and knew how to speak and type and read Japanese. Which some people did. I have a distinct memory of early 2002, or actually late 2002, possibly early 2003. I was at my friend Preston's house. You know, the guy I talk about who, like, where I watched my first porno and, like, he played EverQuest and EverQuest 2 and whatnot. His dad got a computer and got Final Fantasy XI on it. And it was a Japanese client. And we could play. We couldn't talk to anyone, but we could play. And my friend Preston started a Taru Taru in Sandioria, Taru Taru Monk, and he didn't really understand it compared to EverQuest. Of course, I mean everything being in Japanese was kind of made it more difficult, you know. Oh, tell me you returned and left her behind. Deep Poppy, whatever is the matter? What are you shouting about? If it's Ma you were looking for, I'm right here. One question, Rukususu. Why do you think you're French? See, matter you heard about is the Temple of Oglipi is far too upsetting for us Taro Taru to cope with, because we're all pansy bitches. Oh, we're rank 8 now, how about that? Well, that was a nice short mission. We're not even 20 minutes in, and we're rank 8 now. So, next mission is called Vane. And we're gonna need to trade at least 6 crystals. Hey, look, we have exactly 6 crystals to trade with the gate guard. So back to Windurst Woods with us to talk to our bootylicious cat girls that I'm racist against. Alright, ha rah rah rah. Do rah 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 rah. Good work, citizen. Rocco Booma. Vane. Accept this mission, yes. Before I explain your mission, I wish to congratulate you. Well done on reaching rank 8. There aren't many people who can make it this far. Right down to brass tacks. Your next mission is from the Orastery. You can get details from the teachers of the School of Magic. You have 60 points. What do I mean 60 points? Now that would be telling. The principal of the School of Magic is Professor Koromoro, you know? But a few years back, there was a different guy doing the job. What's really weird is that you don't see or hear anything about that guy. Taru Taru are like totally into the rumors, so I thought it was kind of strange. Alright, so now we go to... what? Windurst Waters. I think the Moogle House one is the closest one to the Orastery. Yeah, then we just go north. Ballin'. Moreno Tono. Or is it supposed to be Moreno Toino? It looks like Tono to me, but I guess it would be Toino if it wants to rhyme. As their names are supposed to. Or whatever. Their like Tartar names are all supposed to either be very repetitive or rhyme. And that's why you see like so many La, Taru, Aru, Baru sort of stuff. You know, Ramasisi, right? Like, lots of vowel repetition, I guess, at the very least. Shitaru, Potaru, you know. Kuisoso. Like, you can always tell when it's a fucking Taru name, is what I'm trying to say here. Ooh, there's the person we need. They're inside there. So do we go in the back to get to the front, or am I supposed to go in at the other side? Dun, 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 dun. Sorry to keep you waiting. I guess you must be the gallant who got our mission at the gatehouse. Are you acquainted with the amazing academic who administers our school of magic? Actually, no. Oh wait, okay, yeah, I am. I just forgot. Ajido-Marujido, huh? Marvelous nominee. For some reason, he eloped and left us in the lurch. We put Professor Koromoru back in the position of principal, and now you perceive our present predicament. Uh-huh. Okay, so Koromoru is not... Search the Vanadil and bring back Ajido-Marujido. Starseeker should come in handy. Let's go, Slacker. Start heading north. And burp while you do it so you can be as disgusting as possible for your viewers to hate you. Okay. So we're apparently looking for this old teacher of the Orosteri. No idea how this is going to, like, loop back in on what we're supposed to be doing. Because, like, we got the Book of the Gods again. Some of the magical properties of the book have been restored by a wise woman whom you met at the Temple of Oglopi. You sense an evil force running through the book, but it is not strong enough to cause any fatalities. And then we've got that Starseeker just now. A magic doll lent to you by the Orosteri. It is empowered to track the magical emanations of the ring of the Orosteri minister. The doll will suddenly give directions when you change areas, so you must be careful to pay attention. Said go north, we'll go north. Well, it says, the guide just says basically go to Romave. So, like, we're just gonna go ahead and go to, use the book warp. We're seeing lots of players in Windurst, though. That's interesting to me. Let's see. So we want to go to Leet Lore, right? Yeah, Romave. Swing! We need to check the Kuha Spring for a cutscene. Which that's the place that fills up during the full moon at nighttime. Used to be at nighttime on clear nights, but now it's just at nighttime because they realized that that was an insane expectation that the weather would always be clear here. Or, well, not always be clear, but, you know, like, for quest objectives and shit. A haunting song suddenly echoes through the ruins. Ah ha ha ha! That's it. That's it. You found it, slacker. Oh, he looks like a fucked up Tomberry. The power is too concentrated. Dude, that dude straight up looks like a fucking fucked up Tomberry. But isn't that the thing that, like, attacked Star Sybil during the rank 5 cutscene or whatever? Sensing emanations from the southwest. Okay, so it says go to Devoy and kill dirty-handed Gokjazook for a cursed wand. Dirty-handed Gokjazook is on the center island, so you have to go through Monastic Cavern via the cursed orb place. Swing. Enter Monastic Cavern from the entrance 2 at H11 and Devoy, and keep going until exit at I8. Okay, H11, let's just make sure that's the one I'm thinking of. So 11, yeah, okay, yeah, so it's... Or, well, I guess it's... Yeah, it's the first one, it's not the second one. We don't need the Cursed Orb, actually. But, I mean, we have the Cursed Orb anyway, because we needed it for level cap break before, so... Whatever, no never, whatever, no never, hardly ever. Windurst mission suddenly taking us all over the place. Our title now is Fugitive Minister Bounty Hunter. That's kind of an interesting title. I like the bounty hunter portion of it, but we haven't collected any reward money as far as I'm aware, so I don't know what that's about, but whatever. It was raining in Rome, but it's also raining in Devoy. I wonder if the areas somehow have linked weather. Dun 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 dun. Nah, it's just a coincidence. But I always liked weather effects in the game. A lot of people, though, especially back in the day, they'd turn them off all the time because they got in the way sometimes. They'd cause problems. But I always kept them on unless I absolutely was lagging out too bad. You know, like, it was kind of novel back then to have a game where the weather changed. Let alone a game that you're playing online with thousands of other people where there's a full day-night cycle, there's days of the week, there's a moon phase, there's 8 different types of weather. Just fucking amazing. And technically there's more than 8 types of weather because there's single weather, double weather, no weather, and then when there's no weather, there's also like clear skies or foggy or stuff that doesn't show up as an element in the lower left-hand corner near the compass. So pardon me for habitually checking my map just to make sure I'm going the right way, even though there's only like a couple of ways I could be going. It's force of habit. It really is force of habit. It's very easy to get lost in this game, and I try not to get lost, so. I think these are like level 60 orcs or whatever, or 60 something orcs. We don't want to aggro any of them because I don't have trust out. Those Gizzard or Gizzard lizards are really big. Belnork Abbey is that one in the center there. How about that? Also, if I'm remembering right, I think this is the orcish notorious monster that's in the center church. We're not just gonna have to fight just him. We're gonna have to fight him and like every orc in the fucking building. I might be remembering wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to fight every fucking orc in the building. So it's a good thing we're 75, and it's a good thing we got trusts. I'm thinking that for the Sandy Orient missions, I'll do those on Dragoon, like I'm doing this one on Ranger. And please say you didn't aggro me. Oh, thank God, they're too weak. Awesome. 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 Yeah, like, Ranger is, like, my favorite job that is, like, strictly Windurstian because, you know, you get it from FFXI. And Dragoon is, like, the central job to Sandioria. Like, you unlock it in Sandioria. They have, like, a whole, like, its whole artifact quest line revealed to you the truth about, I can't even remember his name. It was so fucking weird. But you know, they're Dragon Knight during the time of King Rampare or whatever, or the last Dragon Knight, like whatever he was. It's like it's a Sandiorian thing. So I'll be on Dragoon for the Sandiorian missions, I think. Although I guess technically I could do them on Paladin, because that's also a Sandiorian job. So you unlock it there. All the Temple Knights are obviously Paladins. I guess technically we could consider Red Mage a Sandiorian job, because its artifact quest centers around Rainimard, who, you know, was killed because he questioned the papacy. What else could we technically consider Sandiorian jobs? I mean, Monk had like one leg of its artifact quest go through there, and there was some mention of Sandiorian Monk hand-to-hand techniques or something. But the Starseeker jumps in your hand. Aha! Oh, you're almost on top of it. It's somewhere in this area. Okay. Well, I have a guide, my bro, so it'll be fine. Just in case we start getting our ass beat, I'm actually gonna use Gesho. He's not Windurstian, but he is Jagudo, and technically Windurst has like an alliance with them, so clearly he counts. So that's just in case Valina Earl dies or something, so we have a tank. Because Ranger is super breakable. Like, I think we'll be fine, because these are only like, you know, level 68-ish orcs or whatever, 65 to 68. But, we're going to have to fight a lot of them at the same time, so. And didn't I like come here earlier in the Let's Play and get my ass killed or something? I seem to remember that. Oh man, I thought for a second Gesso was aggro. I was like, shit, a Yagudo. And then I was like, oh wait, no, he's on my side. He's on my side. I don't know why I'm sneaking up. I don't think there's any orcs outside the abbey. Oh, there are actually. Okay. Well, hopefully they don't aggro through doors or something, because I'm just gonna go inside and kill the thing I need to kill. Oh, they did aggro. They turned around and aggroed me. How lovely. How nice of you. Fucking bastard. Uh-oh, we've got aggro through the doors again. I think we'll be okay, though. Hopefully we'll be okay. About time you did Uriel Blade. Okay, so we want to go in and... There's the guy we gotta kill. Kill the detonator. And I don't think we're gonna make the skill chain. Oh, yeah. We're not gonna make the skill chain window, definitely, for now. So we got put to sleep in the middle of our ranged attack. You can totally self-skill chain on Ranger, though, if you barrage ahead of your weapon skill and then fire your ranged attack off fast enough and you hit all the hits on it. It'll totally give you enough TP to self-skill chain. And true flight into detonator and vice versa makes light, so. We could also make light off of decimation if we didn't have heavy shot or detonator for whatever reason. I don't need to kill all these guys. I could just warp out of here, I think. But, I think I'd rather... Oh wait, no, we don't want to do that. We want... Apparently we can find Sedjal Godjal. He's at J8. On the other side of the bridge. I wonder if there's any Corsairs out there who dat swap True Flight with Leaden Salute. I mean, Leaden Salute looks really cool too. It's the Darkness version. It's kind of funny. Also, do my eyes deceive me, or does Gesso have more enmity than Philineral? That's interesting. True Flight to me looks kind of like a forming star or some shit. Like, it's like an energy ball that's like trying to compress. I don't know, it looks really cool. I like it. I like most of Ranger's weapon skills. There's a really cool bow weapon skill that's associated with Ranger's Empyrean weapon. Which is a bow called Gandaiva. And it's called Jishnu's Radiance. It's like a 3-hit weapon skill that, like, the animation for it's really simple. It's like arcing arrow, where you shoot a, from an angled shot with the bow, and you let one arrow go, but then 3 gigantic lightning columns, like, pound the enemy. It's one of the fucking coolest looking weapon skills in the entire game. What's cool is, we actually be able to get the Empyrean weapon skills later in life, when we can do Walk of Echoes. Oh wait, you're the guy we're looking for. So why did it take us to roll Maeve? Yeah, I'm an agent of the Oristary, so you finally found me. I was waiting for reinforcements from Sandoria to arrive, so I haven't been able to move from this place. I have to magically seal this area for the sake of the people of Sandioria. In-smelling you from afar. Oh, is this how we're supposed to know to go kill the orc to get the curse wand? The Star Seeker has been drained of magic. So do I give him the curse wand? Curse wand! Strength, dexterity, vitality, agility -3, intelligence, mind, charisma +5. Wow, that actually has stats on it? That's crazy. I wonder if it has any hidden effects or anything. Well, in either case, it's not a very good wand. You can get a better wand from Windurst conquest points. Why did I run away from the Oristary? That's something I prefer not to talk about. But I guess if I don't explain myself, they'll just drag me back to Windurst. Fine, this is just between you and me and Morino Toino. You probably already know about this, but the Professor Koromoro has been exchanging lovey-dovey letters with a girl called Mojiji. Actually, the person writing those letters with me. Principal Koromoro had embezzled several years' worth of the Oristary's budget, and it didn't look like he'd be giving it back, so I thought I would take the name of Mojiji and try to write him a fan letter. The effect of this was almost instantaneous. Every time I wrote him a letter, I convinced him to return a little more gil, but all the deception started to make me feel uneasy, queasy. Before I knew it, every time I laid eyes on Professor Koromoro, I would feel a sharp pain in my stomach. It was a serious case of work-related stress. So I thought I would get away from the Oristary for a little while and go where I could find some solitude and peace. Then all this happened. But since I didn't want to go back anyway, I decided to keep my whereabouts from the Oristary. Does that explain things for you? You can go back to the Oristary and report that to Morino Toino. I guess it could be Morno Tono, but I like Morino Toino better. That's a way of pronouncing it. He's still getting letters, but I'm not writing them anymore. Dun dun dun. Okay, let's clear up our inventory. Just a tad. And the cursed wand is gone from our inventory. So if it was good, we'd have to go kill the thing again if we wanted to use it. But I don't think it is good, so, you know, whatever. Talking to Morino Toino completes the mission. Oh, this seemed like a one-off, right? Like, this doesn't seem like it was related to the overarching story of Windurst at all. I'm trying to think if there were one-off missions in the Bastock missions. Like, I know early on there was, like, getting the eggs for that one senator. Even though they reference it later. But in the later missions, like, it was all, like, Mines District, Mine District, Galka, Altepa, Galka. I don't think there were any one-offs. I might be remembering wrong, though. I've slept since then. Almost out of silver bullets. Actually, no, I've got 2 more stacks in my inventory. We'll be fine. We're almost done with Windurst missions. We've got one more to be rank 9. Do 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 do. Although it looks like we might need to buy more crystals, possibly. Which, it won't be the end of the world if we do. We'll make some noobs day. Alright, Morino Toino. Huh, have you sniffed out the slippery Segil Godgel? I see, so that's why he gave up the principal position at the Orrery and parted for parts unknown. Of course, it's still unforgivable. However, since he seems to be regretting his actions and can't actually move from where he is, I guess we have to leave it at that. Now please return the magic doll. Excuse me? You declare the doll once gave you deceitful directions? That's strange. It was thoroughly tested before I entrusted it to you. The easiest explanation is that the doll sensed an emanation of energy exceeding that of the ring. Okay, so I guess I'll run in with that Tonberry looking motherfucker. Was what's actually the tie-in to what's actually going on in Windurst. Big energy. And that fucked up looking guy. So that's cool, I guess. But now we gotta run back down and go to Windurst Woods. And in all honesty, we might want to stop by the auction house and just buy a stack of crystals anyway. Let's look at our rank points. How much rank points do we got? Huh. I am unsure if the amount of crystals they're telling me to trade is still accurate, so I'm actually just going to go to our Mithrin Cuties and Harara and see if we can get the next mission anyway. That's good soda. Prepare for burps, viewer. Alright, Harara. Here I have these 3 fire crystals I got from Orcs and Devoy. Now then. Do we need more crystals? Yes, we do. We need more crystals. Fuck me. Mahoru. Master level 21 thief. XVX Lime XVX. Some really powerful rings. Oh, Pamela. Dagon breastplate. Huh. Wonder where you get that from. That looks like a really good body piece, to me anyway. Subtle Blow 2 plus 10. What's Subtle Blow 2? Is there like a cap on normal Subtle Blow? Resist Slow plus 90? Huh. That's interesting. She's got a fully upgraded Ragnarok. I want that. Huh. Pretty cool. Pretty cool looking. And a very pretty elven to boot. They're probably like, oh, I need to get away from this fucker who's staring at me. Filthy NA. Hey, Mahoru and Pamela had the same title. I wonder if they's the same person. None of my bronze has sold. Okay, earth crystals are 1500. Wind crystals are 2k. Ice crystals are 2k. What about water crystals? 1k. 1k. We're cheaping out. We're cheaping out. I don't want to be spending too much of my teleport money. I think 2 more stacks ought to get us the rest of the way through missions, because we're going to rank up to rank 9 after this next mission. And then, like, we only need to trade 3 more crystals. So, like, once we're rank 9, we'll be able to trade us, like, 21 crystals, and that ought to be more than enough. I wonder what sword weapon skills we have access to on Ranger. I'm just gonna put my sword in my main hand real quick and see. We have access to Fast Blade, Burning Blade, Flat Blade, Shining Blade, Circle Blade, and Spirits Within. So, nothing to write home about, but technically a way to deal non-elemental magical damage with Spirits Within. So, that's kind of cool. Good work, citizen. Can I get the next mission now? The Jester Who'd Be King. Hell yeah, I'll accept this mission. Now zoom in on Rakabuma's thighs. This mission has not been officially approved, however all of the gatehouse guards have agreed to ask you to perform the task. Go to the monastery and assist Minister Pururu. Those are your orders. I don't think I need to tell you this, but don't tell anyone about this mission. Be especially careful of that Simi Lafina. She has a habit of picking up on rumors that from the most unlikely places. Oh, so we're instigating a little rebellion against Star Sibyl here. All the guards are in on this mutiny together. Miri Wari is like totally freaked out about this mission, but even if we like, you know, get it found out and stuff, they'll just throw us all in the dungeon for a couple of days. It'll be like a sleepover. Don't worry, we're just committing treason and sedition. No biggie, no biggie. The monastery's here, right? Right. Okay, so this more or less counts as our monastery mission. Because we've already helped the Optistery, the Rhinostery, we just did the Aurastery, this is the Monastery. Which one's left? Like, we even went to the secret one, the Animastery, right? So which one's left? Because I don't remember... I don't remember all the names of these places. Hey, Apururu, what you need help with, babe? You have my thanks. I'm sure you've heard from the guards how terribly, wearably important this mission is to me. As you know, my brother, Minister Ajido-Marujido, has now spent a considerable amount of time at the Dark Dungeon. My brother is a very resilient person. However, the Dark Dungeon is the chamber that drains magical power. To spend this much time in there... I beg of you, please save him. Help me save him. I know this goes against all the rules, but I have to help my brother. Leave it to me, babe. It's the least I can do after you help me beat all those sky gods, and after you help me beat all my missions. I've been researching a way to save my brother. The chambers that lie beneath the central tower are sealed with the power of the stars and the moon. This means that the doors to those chambers can only be opened with an item imbued with the same power. The rings carried by the ministers are such items. Every time a minister is appointed, a ring is made and presented to the new minister by Heaven's Tower. After learning this, I took the monastery ring and set off to the Dark Dungeon. Hey, this is like the same thing that happened to that one Tarutaru in the Summoner AF questline. Who got tricked and like thrown in one of the rooms that do this to a person. Give it up, Apururu. That seal is beyond you. Professor Shantato. I heard you were sneaking around, asking people about the Dark Dungeon. Why don't you just stand at the top of Heaven's Tower and yell, I'm gonna break my brother out of jail. Arrest me, someone. How imprudent. Are you always such a bright student? Oh, and you were always such a bright student. Oh, so Apururu learned magic from Shantato? Huh! I want Taru just stand by and let my brother waste away in there, but I can't. The door won't. I understand how you feel. I don't want to lose him either. Especially after all the trouble I've gone through to raise a tough-as-nails, wicked wand-wielding, savage spell-slinging wizard to take over as Aurastery Minister. Listen up, and I'll explain it about the door deep down below the tower. This door, as you've discovered, can be opened by the power of the stars and the moon. Everything in the Horatoto ruins is governed by this power. However, the magic sealing these doors was weakened when several of the towers were severely damaged during the Great War. And so up until now, these doors could have been opened with a single minister's ring. No need for a charm created by Heaven's Tower, like before. Before and war, I guess they kind of rhyme. But you're on thin ice, bitch. Haven't you figured it out? What does that head of yours contain? You would have realized it by now if you were using that melon you call a brain. If you'll recall, Ajido-Marujido restored the power of the ruins, my dear dumpling. Now you are no longer able to open the doors by using just a single ring. Oh ho ho, such stupidity. Ah, forgive me my amusement. I didn't come just to laugh at you. I have a brilliant idea to help your brother through. Really, Professor Shantato? Please tell me what I have to do. Oh ho, you must gather the rings of the 5 ministers. Yes, yes, it is a chore. But using their combined power, you should be able to dispel the seal on the door. Bring the 5 rings to my house in Windurst walls. We can only get started when you have them all. Oh ho ho! Thank you so much, Professor. I'll never forget this. You'd better not. Ah, and there's one more thing you'd better not forget. Don't think of going after the rings yourself. It'd be something you'd regret. Leave it to the adventurer who's capable. Do you know Calm Wind? He's very useful and usable. It almost boggles the mind how eager he is to stick his nose into some dangerous squeeze. There's no reason not to take advantage of Calm Wind's natural tendencies. Here, this is my Manusteri ring. I know it's a lot to ask, but please, save my brother, I beg of you. Hell yeah, Pururu. You're the real MVP. Okay, so basically we just have to go around and talk to all the people we talked to before. Except some of them aren't in Windurst anymore. Like, Rukususu, for instance, is in Feiyin. Sejul Gadjul is obviously back in Devoy. He still has the fucking ring, though? Like, damn, that's kind of annoying. Feiyin at F6 on map 2. Okay. I guess we take the home point warp to the Cloister of Ice or Snow or whatever it's called. And maybe that would be the closest one. Yep, sure enough, the guide says a little further down, home point number 2 to Feiyin is the fastest way. Okay, we need to turn around. Jump, jump, jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. I need to level Calm Wind's cooking. And his other crafts too, honestly. Like, I don't think I can get my synergy any higher until I raise the other crafts. At least, I think I need a craft at like 60 or higher to get synergy up. Obviously, the easiest craft to get to 100 would be woodworking, because I already have it at 41. But from what I've heard, I've always heard, is that once you get a craft up over 90, the amount of stuff that you need and to skill it up versus how often you can get it, unless you pay through the nose, is like, there's just such a great disparity that it takes a long time and a lot of money. So, and now my dogs are barking downstairs for some reason. Hey look, it's Capricious Cassie. No one comes to kill her anymore because her earring and her other stuff doesn't matter. It's a little bit sad. We could probably take her on with trust, but I think she has a chance at using extremely bad breath. I think we could actually take her now, though. Let me open up a second window and see how hard she is to kill. And we could fight her after we... Like, if we die after we get what we came here to get, it doesn't matter, because it'll just be a free warp, so... But, oh yeah, sure enough, Rukususu is in there. Wasn't it one of the artifact quests we had to come here and talk to her about before? Like one of the Black Mage ones or something? I never expected to see you around here again. You adventurers certainly get around. And now what of the book of the gods? What has become of it since the ancient restored its magic? I see. The Sar Sybil has yet to forgive Ajido-Marujido. If she is really that furious, it's possible the Sar Sybil intends to quash all traces of Ajido-Marujido's natural-born magical ability. The Dark Dungeon has that kind of power. In my student days, I saw with my own eyes one who had met with such a fate. And how is poor Apururu holding up? She must be worrying herself sick. Actually, I think it was in the Summoner quest lines that we came up here for Rukususu. Such a brave girl. Well then, you must take my Ranastri ring and return to Windurst. Please help our dear Apururu. Take the book of the gods to Ajido-Marujido. He is not one to shrink back into the face of the truth. And this is another reason that we hate the Star Sybil, 'cause she's killing Ajido-Marujido. And that's motherfucking Apuru's brother. Come on, Sneak, go ahead and wear off. You've been telling me you're about to wear off for like a bajillion years. Please wear off. Please wear off, Sneak. Sneak, wear off. Wear off. Wear off, come on. Fine, I'll just summon all my trusts. Like, what the fuck? Okay, let's see. Capricious Cassie. Has a 20-minute range timer, uses draw in, uses Drain Whip, has an enhanced version of Sweet Breath and Bad Breath that is AoE. Uses an enhanced version of Impale that inflicts poison, bind, gravity, and resets hate. The poison status is 50 HP per tick. Killable by 3 to 6 level 75 characters. So theoretically, we should be fine. Allegedly. Because with 5 trusts, we're actually more than the equivalent of 6 level 75 characters. Because the trusts are automated, baby. Nah, actually, I'm pretty sure 6 level 75 characters could do way better. Whatever. Boom. Okay. And True Flight. 1981. Uh-oh. Everyone has been bad breathed. That's no bueno. Let's see if we can... I've got a remedy somewhere, right? Remedies. Remedy these nuts. Ah, not again. No. Liner, only you need to take 8 back. Burn her, Shantato 2. Burn her. Uh-oh. Okay. We're back awake. Let's get our velocity shot on, baby. Oh, don't miss, Compliment. Your gear's way too good for you to be missing. Come on now. There you go. Oh. Hey, hey. Nope, no pulling hate on. Her calm wind, that's bad. That's muy mal. Muy mal. I don't remember what True Flight's secondary property is, but fucking. Oh, Remedy won't do anything about later bind. Later on, we're gonna get the double shot trait and ability, I think. And I can't wait for that, because it makes ranged attacks a lot more fun, because it's kind of like having a mini barrage for like a couple minutes. Oh, did you just steal all my TP? You son of a bitch. Well, we got her. Vial Elixir, Cassie Earring, and the Amity Cape. I don't think I care about any of those things. The Cassie Earring used to be something you cared about a lot because it was supposed to be super good for Paladin. And honestly, it's not that terrible still for 75, but it's not like... I don't know, I don't think it's anything to really write home about. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, now the next minister we gotta go to. And that was pretty much... Other than the aiming bracelets... We didn't get the aiming bracelets. They're level 51 hand piece, available to monk, white mage, black mage, red mage. Basically all the mage jobs and all the like soft leather wearing damage dealers, as well as rune fencer. Accuracy +6, attack -18. Stuff that used to be good probably at like the, I don't know, 60, 65 cap back in the day or something, but is no longer matters by any stretch of the imagination. I guess we're gonna be gravitied for a minute here. And go back to Devoy, because we gotta go. Apparently, Gadgel Sajal or whatever has the Oristary Minister ring. So I do scoot boogie. Kind of think of it though, the Cassie Earring, since we have MP merits now on any job, we could just add 50 HP to ourselves. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but that could actually be kind of nice in some situations, I'm sure. Let's see, we need Norvalen. Okay, Norvalen. Swing! I actually had to fight Capricious Cassie in Nizal Isle once on a kill all floor solo on Red Mage. And once you get that high in Nizal Isle, the notorious monsters on the inside, they actually aren't that much weaker than they are on the outside. And it's not the worst thing you could fight in there, but man, it took a lot out of me, and it took a long time to kill her too. Although it wasn't as bad fighting her solo, because she didn't get TP as fast, and I think her HP was a little bit reduced. And I might actually be thinking of Jaded Jody, but either way, same deal. Both Malboro notorious monsters that conceal your buffs and TP through draining you with Draining Whip, and debuff you all the way with Bad Breath and shit. Really nasty to fight. But honestly, as long as you're packing remedies, not that bad. And, personally, I think fighting Simurgh in Nizal Isle is way worse. Because Simurgh is a rock, and therefore resists slashing damage, which is, you know, the every sword that's not a piercing type sword. And then also, which is good news for the Joyuse, actually. The Joyuse does fine. But every other sword and the sword weapon skills. But has a ton of HP, has, you know, like double attack and stuff, but can also cast Massacre Elegy, which is, if it hits you, it's a 100% slow that without Erase, you have no way of removing. And you could just sub Dancer, but then you lose a dual wield tier and attack slower. You also lose Shadows to block damage as well as block songs. And man, one time I fought Simurgh and it hit me with Massacre Elegy in there, and it took me over 9 minutes just to kill Simurgh. And I had to, because it was a kill all floor in like the 80s. It was bad. It took more time to kill Simurgh than it takes to kill the Soul Flayer leader enemy that you can sometimes get on Eliminate Enemy Leader. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Of course, then I had another time where I fought Simurgh and I didn't get hit with Massacre Elegy. I managed to paralyze it, and every time it cast Massacre Elegy, I either had Yususimi Shadows or the cast was interrupted by paralysis. So, which is the only way to interrupt songs, by the way. You can't interrupt a bard singing by hitting them. That's the unique thing about bard songs, as far as magic goes, is white magic, black magic, ninjutsu, summoning, blue magic, geomancy. I believe they all can be interrupted by being hit. Songs cannot. As long as you live through the damage you're taking while you're singing your song, you will sing your song. It will complete. Of course, the trade-off is songs take a lot longer to cast than any other spell in the game, for the most part, and you know, obviously they have limitations. Doobie doobie doo, doobie doobie doo, doobie doo, doobie doo. Oh, nice. We don't actually need it until we get in here. Oh, Windurst, I was praising you for not making me do legwork on the missions itself, and only making me do legwork in Heaven's Tower. But now you're making me do legwork. How dare you? How dare you make me do legwork to finish your missions? Yeah, but I wanna level cooking to 100. I've still been holding on to all that butter. I just haven't ever sat down to try to raise it, because crafting in this game is extraordinarily boring. It's even more boring than it is in Final Fantasy XIV, because in Final Fantasy XIV you have like a crafting rotation, and you can just make macros to do it really easy, and people online figure out the optimal like crafting rotations. But it's also a little mini game you can just play and do, because like, you know, there's actually like a procedure. You know, it's like, oh, you use, you know, Inner Quiet, and then you use, you know, Waste Not, Want Not, you have abilities that you use to make it easier to complete the crafts. Whereas in this game, it's literally just you put the recipe in the crafting menu that you open up by using a crystal, and then RNG takes the wheel, and either you complete the synthesis, break the synthesis, or high quality the synthesis, or radically break the synthesis. Which, like, a full break on the synthesis is awful. You lose the crystal, you lose every ingredient, and you're fucked. And failing a synthesis in Final Fantasy XIV is pretty similar. If you fail the synthesis, you lose the ingredients. But it's really, really hard to just fail a synthesis in 14. But on the other hand, normal quality items in Final Fantasy XIV, they suck. They suck really bad. Like, normal quality items, for the most part, they aren't worth jack or dick. Oh, look, we zoned into aggro. How about that? Amazing. Awesome. I love it. Like, and this is particular. It's not as true about food. Like, low quality food in 14 is still better than no food. But same thing with potions. But the actual gear, like weapons and stuff that you would use for a raid tier, if you do a normal quality piece of gear, then like it's worse than like the last tier's tome gear unupgraded. Like, it's bad. It sucks. Like, the disparity between a high quality and a normal quality item in 14 is like, it's really drastic, especially nowadays. Because, like, the way they see it, more or less normal quality on an item, because you can actually raise your high quality chance to 100% if you do the crafting minigame correctly. Normal quality on an item is more or less also failing a craft. So, pick your poison. Do you want just RNG crafting that you can just hammer a button? You know, hammer down your crystals for several hours? Or do you want, you know, minigame crafting where, you know, there's a possibility that you fail. And the failing is bad. Where you actually have to put in effort and might actually still fail. Although I'm pretty sure most people just look up the macros that people create, because they're usually highly efficient, and burp into their mic and disgust everyone. Nah, but because like, I don't know, I've leveled all the crafters in 14. I don't currently have them all at maximum level, but last expansion I did. And this expansion I have like half of them at maximum level due to crafting quests that popped up that leveled them at the same time as they were like the Studium quest line or whatever in Charlian. But in all honesty, like, crafting bores me. So, like, it bores me either way. I do appreciate the storylines for crafters in 14. I don't know if crafters in 11 have storylines. I don't think so. I've never heard anything or read anything about it. What? There's no reason for me to feel guilty. I have absolutely no intention of defying the will of the Star Sibyl. What was that? You want me to lend you my Optistery ring again? I know what you're up to. You want to go back to the Animastery, don't you? There's no more reason for you to go there. In fact, you really shouldn't. How would you talk yourself out of trouble if you happen to run into the Star Sibyl again? What's that? That's not the reason. You mean to break Ajido-Marujido out of the Dark Dungeon using my Optistery ring? The Dark Dungeon, huh? They say the Dark Dungeon drains a person's magical power, eventually killing them. I doubt the Star Sybil really intends to rob Ajido-Marujido of his life, but she may be angry enough to rob him of his life as a mage. There was once a similar tragedy, I seem to recall. Now, who was that? In any case, I have not the slightest interest in doing anything that would benefit Ajido-Marujido. If you're looking for help from me, you'll have to come to the wrong place. Now, get out of here. Well, just a moment. It can't be. That power I feel coming from you. That's right. The letters are back in the book, thanks to Graviton. The Salvation of Windurst? What? You intend to have Ajido-Marujido read the book? Don't be a fool. If you want someone to read it, then give it to me. I can. Oh. Wait, goodness, I cannot. This is beyond my strength. I may be able to open it if I had the Disa Star of the Star Sybil. A wily wizard of Ajido-Marujido's power should be able to withstand this magic. Yeah, assuming all his magic hasn't been ripped out of him. Yay! I've seen your kind, time and time again. Seeker of truth speech, baby. Okay, so that's every ring we can actually get just by going around. We have to go back to Pururu now, because the last Minister ring is on Ajido-Marujido's person, as far as we know. So, how do we get it? Go figure. Apparently, we're gonna have to go to Heaven's Tower after we talk to Pururu before we go other places. We're still not rank 9, right? We're about we're doing this to Cassie Nova. Capricious Cassie gives the title. Yeah, she used to be a highly notorious monster, like that people would fight with whole alliances when the level cap was lower. I'm pretty sure before the game hit North American shores. Because I only ever remember people going as like a team of 3 or 4, like the wiki said. Confiscated by Heaven's Tower. There's no way Semi Lafina would just hand it over for no good reason. Maybe if you try talking with Kupipi. Well, I did give Kupipi that Roland Berry. Maybe she'll hand it over for more Roland Berries? Guess we going to find out. A boot, scoot, buggy. No, not Juno. Windurst Walls. The guy doesn't say anything about getting her Roland Berries, though, so we're just gonna go talk to Kupipi. But maybe she also hates the Star Sybil by now. Or maybe she thinks Calm Wind is a dashing rogue. Nah, the last thing I need being attracted to Calm Wind is a midget. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, but Taru Taru and Lalafell are just not attractive. By any stretch of the imagination. What is it? What is it? You seem all worked up about something. I don't respond to veiled threats. If you have something you want to ask me, just come out and say it. Absolutely not. The Orrery ring is extremely valuable and can't just be handed over to any old adventurer on demand. Tell me exactly what you want to use it for. For a jailbreak. Absolutely out of the question. But maybe I've been a little hasty. You and I know each other for a while now, and I assume you have a good reason for wanting the ring. But I'll give you a little hint. The Orrery ring is being carried by Simi Lafina. At the moment, she's off at the northwest tower of the Horitito ruins, dealing with the Rogi-Wogi Guardians. She's gonna be gone such a long time, and I'm starting to worry. She's been gone. Not gonna be gone. Whatever. I just keep mentally adding in words where there are none. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go maybe save her from like a Cardian or something. So now we gotta go out there and man, there's quite a bit more to this mission. You know, they could have at least put the home point or like next to this bridge or something instead of like in the center here. Hell, they could have put it on the bridge. We want Port Windurst because we want to leave and hop on a mount and ride up to the tower at F4 in western Ajido-Marujido. The outer Horitito Ruins Void Watch warp can put you right in front of this tower. Warping to the Outpost/Survival Guide for western Ajido-Marujido or warping to Gideus and casting Escape are the next best options for getting there as quickly as possible. Well, I didn't think about either of those things, so I'ma just run out the gate and use a mount. Pretty sure back in the day I just used the Chocobo from Windurst Woods. Let's ride our Ixion, shall we? Someday I might do a Notorious Monster bonus when I get up to 99 or something of soloing Ixion. I think one of the solo enthusiasts, I don't remember if it was at shortly after item level came out or if it was before at the 99 cap but before item level existed. But it's a solo enthusiast named Upbeat Tempo or something like that, and I think their character name was just Upbeat, and they played a Mithra, and they had these two really impressive solo videos back in the day. One was after Dancer came out, they soloed Charybdis in Sea Serpent Grotto as Ninja/Dancer, basically by debuffing it with ninjutsu and then the evasion bonus from Dancer Sub, the waltzes and Drain Samba from Dancer Sub, and a highly specialized evasion setup that had the most evasion possible that you could get at 75. It was really impressive because usually in order to beat Charybdis you needed to at least duo it as like ninja with a mage backup, but they soloed it. It was really impressive. Particularly because stuff like Maelstrom wipes your shadows completely. You can't dodge it. And then they had a video where, I don't remember if they were on Red Mage or if they were on Ninja, but they soloed Dark Ixion And I just thought it was cool because, like, Ixion is an H&M from Wings of the Goddess, and you have to hit it with a Stygian Ash from killing pixies, and then you have to fight it, and it's really powerful. Like, it has, like, all these crazy lightning moves that inflict stun. It has, like, this horn stabby move that it can do unless you break its horn with critical hits. Like, it's no joke. I never got to fight it back in the day. None of my link shells were interested in killing it because it only drops... I think it drops its horn and its hide, and you have to craft them into the items that are associated with it, like the Ixion cloak and the Hermes gaiters, or not gaiters, Hermes sandals. They're a movement speed option that are for warrior, monk, I think Corsair and Puppet Master, and maybe Rune Fencer these days. But we're gonna want to get our trusts out because we gotta fight some Cardians. And I don't know how hard they are. But we'll default back to our sort of Windurstian-ish themed trusts, I guess. When I do the Sandiorian missions, it's going to be really easy to do, like, Sandiorian-themed ones. Because Valineral is a Wings of the Goddess Sandiorian Knight. We've got Halver or Exenmil. Let's see. Rongalouts, he, in Wings of the Goddess, he's actually... like a Knight of Sandioria. Even though I think his trust uses his Drill Sergeant. Let's see. Go to the cracked wall at I6. Okay. Fetor bats, huh? Incredibly tough, eh? Well, that means they're either as low in level as they could be is like 82, so don't want to aggro those. Bats, good rule of thumb is that bats are usually always aggressive. Legalox Hefty Hind? What is that? It's a goblin notorious monster, but I don't know what it is. Like what it drops. Legalox Hefty Hind. Spawns with Stone Skin effect, has very high double attack rate. Drops Hefty Oak Lumber, level 33. Hefty Oak Lumber is used in the Passati staff, level 48 woodworking. Okay, so we don't care about it. It's a notorious monster from days of yore. So where are we supposed to actually go? Find the cracked wall at G8. G8. Okay, so it looks basically just go west. And it's going to be along that flat wall. Fuligo? And I'll never get used to the fact that I added in all these high-level monsters to these areas. Although I think these combats, yeah, these are the level of the monster that used to be in here. And they didn't change these because it's, I guess, associated with this mission. A guardian is blocking your way in all caps. The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Coins. Well, well, well. Too bad for you that I have a king. And you're based off playing cards, so... I mean, face cards all have the same value, but... Actually, if you're playing Pinnacle, then I think that's still true. But, New challenge, vanquish Handmorphs. Whoa, 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 Bastok is dominant in this region? What the fuck? Man, some Bass Stokers be putting in some work this week. I guess the Queen of Swords is a paladin. Used invincible or something. That's why it hasn't died yet. Wow, deal out his AoE? I like that. I'm actually pretty unfamiliar with Cardians as an enemy type. There's hardly ever any reason to fight them other than missions back in the day, and so I quickly forgot like what they're even about. Uh-oh, looks like Semi-Lafina is getting her ass beat. This tower is the territory of the Cardians. No intruders will be permitted. All intruders will be sent to oblivion. This is not a game, you overgrown puppets. Your usefulness is ended. Without your master, you have no more reason to exist. Embrace the eternal slumber that awaits you. Things have changed. We have chosen our king. Our king has arisen, and we rally to his standard. We join with our king to build our future. You have chosen a king? Minister Zampa Zippa of the Monastery still lives? Zampa Zippa, he is no king. He is nothing more than a foolish jester, tainted with the guilt of his crimes. Our king is noble and powerful, a dazzling presence. Who goes there? Seize him! That looks like a warp spell. Why are you... Now we have 2 intruders to punish. Let us deal with these interlopers before others arrive to complicate things. Yes, let us punish them. Let us punish them now. Hold. Your Majesty! Your Majesty! What do you intend to do with these people? They are intruders who have trespassed in the royal chambers. They will be punished. I forbid it. This person, Calm Wind, he is the star born from the wish of the Star Sibyl. Calm Wind still has an important role to play. He will make me whole again. Your Majesty, if this person is to be spared, what is to become of the Mithra? The Mithra also has her roles to play, the first of which is to hand over the ring she carries to Calm Wind. What? God has cursed you, but it seems I have little choice. I don't remember her being a bitch to us about this, but whatever. You have another role you must perform. You must protect the Star Sibyl. Until the moment comes when the stars converge, you must defend the Star Sibyl from the Bearer of Darkness. You know the Bearer of Darkness? When all the stars come together, all will be revealed. But whether that moment will come depends solely on your ability and talent. You must create that moment. Calm Wind, at this time, you are our brightest guiding star. Illumine our land and our sky with your brilliance. So the Cardian's King is actually a Joker? A Joker card. That's interesting. Okay, so we got the Aura Stary Ring. As opposed to the Aura Stary Ring. So now we gotta go back to Apururu. Then we gotta go talk to Shantato. Then we gotta make love in the club. Then we gotta go back to Apururu. Then we gotta go to Inner Horu Toto. Then we gotta go places. Holy crap. Windurst is really milking it out for us to get rank 9 here. This is getting ridiculous. I hope the Sandy Orion missions are shorter, 'cause damn. The December 2022 login campaign is currently underway. In celebration of your most recent login, we have provided you with 500 points. You currently have a total of 500 points. Your gratitude campaign is underway. Enjoy this special gift, Red Mogpel. Well, the reason that's a Red Mogpel is because it's supposed to be an E-Chad ring. But we already have the E-Chad ring. So we can transfer our Red Mogpel in at one of the Moogles later on for a different reward. But for now, we need to go to Apururu. More or less, we're going to go to Apururu. She's going to be like, yeah, you got all the rings. Then we go to Shantato. She fuses the rings or does something with the rings. I don't know, fastens them into the Infinity Gauntlet or something, and then we can go bust Ajido-Marujido out of jail. Yeah, I'll have to see what I can get for my red Mogpel. Apparently this adventure appreciation campaign is, as long as we log in at least 4 times within the next week, we'll get all the rewards from it. One of them's going to be a Trust Koopa Freed. So that'll be interesting. What's that? The Guardians have chosen a king? What on Vanadil are they thinking? I understand when Guardians no longer follow the orders of their masters. This happens when the concept of master ceases to have meaning to them. But after this has happened, they shouldn't be taking on a new master. For that to happen... No, it's not possible. But putting that aside for the moment, please take the rings to Professor Shantato and Windurst Walls. I must Aru apologize. I have a little bitty distracted by what you told me. I wonder if it's something related to her father. Apparently he created the Guardians. Or at least the Guardians that all have gone rogue. So I wonder if he's like... controlling the Joker Guardian or something? Or... made it special or something? And I think we just need to teleport back into Windurst Walls and then go east to Shantato's house. Huh. We got like 18 more minutes before we hit the hard recording limit, and we're still not rank 9. Dear God, Windurst missions. Please, San Dioria missions, please be short and sweet. Of course she would be on the other fucking side of the lake. I should have gone to the auction house one. Ah well. It's like I'm in Dynamis Windurst all over again. Except I'm pretty sure that the Dynamis zones are like crunched a little. Like I think they removed some like I think they're crunched down just a little bit. Like they're exactly the same, but like I think there's slightly less space everywhere or something. I could be completely wrong. I'm probably fucking wrong, but I don't know. Just seemed that way to me. Okay, I don't care about Windurst Trust permits. Brilliant armor designed by Karaha Baruha is done. Why is she not like... Okay, there you go. Sure did. Well, I never believed you would actually get them all. Come on then, let's have a look at them, don't stall. You've done well, but the fact that a ragtag adventurer such as you could bring together all 5 rings, something about that just chills my bones and makes me cringe. Cringe and ring don't rhyme. Fuck you, bitch. You stopped rhyming and now you're just a bitch. Nah, I'm just kidding. I like Shantato. I just like, sometimes her rhymes don't rhyme. And, Hocus Pocus Circularum Focus. Behold, the forbidden glove of perpetual twilight. Now all that's left for you is to take this to a Pururu. Glove of perpetual twilight, huh? Sounds like the Infinity Gauntlet to me. Where is it? Is it not in... Okay. Glove must be worn in order to utilize the power of the 5 ministry rings. Each ring is worn on a different finger. A Pururu is the only Taru capable of putting on the glove. So yeah, more or less it's basically Windurst's Discount Infinity Gauntlet. Ballin'. Although at this point, I'm thinking I might need to go ahead and stop the recording because I don't know how much longer the cutscenes for the next part of this mission are. But man, these Windurst missions are long as fuck. I mean, some of the Bastok ones were relatively long, right? Like, they took whole recordings. But, you know, like, half of them were paired up with, like, Chance of Prometheus stuff, or, like, Treasure of Atagon stuff, you know, that was like, oh, I've got a game day wait, or something, or, oh, I can't get any more assault tags, or something, so I'd go into a Bastok mission. And, like, you know, it just seemed like a short, little, sweet, little side bread thing. And these ones are like, go to 5 different places on the continent, and then go back and run 2 minutes up Heaven's Tower, then go back down, then run back up, then go back down, then run back up, then go to the other side of the continent, then go fight some Cardians. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, so I think I'll draw this to a close after we talk to a Pururu. You've completed the preparations for opening the Dark Dungeon? Wonderful. You have my most heartfelt thanks. Now to the Dark Dungeon we go. Oh, that won't do. Professor Shantata said I shouldn't be seen traveling with you. We'll rendezvous by the door. Please be careful, Calm Wind. Okay, so next time we'll do that with a Pururu. So, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day, and I'll see you next time.